Hi, my name is Luca Corazzina, executive chef here at Restaurant 312 Chicago. Today we're going to be making a roasted Alaskan halibut with some spring summer vegetables, which include some red onions, some fava beans, some watercress, a little pancetta, and some beautiful cauliflower, as well as a puree and some roasted cauliflower florets. Today we're going to be making one of our signature dishes here at the restaurant. At this location especially, we do sell a lot of fish, so today we have a beautiful Alaskan halibut. All the fish that I do purchase here at the restaurant are whole fish. This came off of a 40-pound piece of fish. We clean everything in the morning, and then during the day we sell out. So to start off first with the halibut, we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of the black pepper and salt on the fish on both sides. And we're gonna go ahead and start roasting it. Always remember, when you're gonna cook a fish, you wanna have a hot pan. If you notice, I have my pan already nice and hot. So for the fish, I'm not going to use an olive oil. Olive oil is really going to burn fast for the fish. We're going to use a vegetable oil. It's a lot thinner. So we're going to put a little bit of vegetable oil in the pan. Put it back on the heat. If the pan is hot enough, it's not going to stick the fish. Some people do like to do a little bit of light flour on the fish, but this one is just going to be just like this. You're going to put it on the pan. See how it's not sticking, it's able to move around because the pan was hot. And we're going to take the pan and pop it right in the oven. The oven is about 400 degrees. Okay, the other ingredients for this dish today, we're going to be using, we got some red onion. We have some watercress. Watercress is a little bit bitter, peppery leaf. We have some cauliflower florets, which are just pretty much drizzled with olive oil, salt, and pepper, pop in the oven for about 350 degrees for about 5 minutes, just to get them soft. We have some crispy pancetta. Pancetta is the Italian bacon, so it's nice and salty. This one is also being sauté already to get it crispy in a pan, and then we drain all the oils. We're gonna use some fava beans. So this is actually what the fava bean looks like. You know, pretty much this fava bean, we open the bean, we take out the beans inside, and then we blanch them in hot water for only a couple minutes. Once you blanch them in hot water, you're gonna go into an ice bath, so cold water and ice, and you're gonna peel the outer skin. Once it's blanched, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to be able to peel the outer skin, and that's what the inside looks like, just like this. So that's the fava beans. And then we have a cauliflower puree. Cauliflower puree, it's equal parts of raw cauliflower and heavy cream. If you don't want to use heavy cream, you can use a vegetable stock with a little bit of salt and pepper. You're gonna overcook it, the cauliflower, and then later you're gonna blend it, so you're gonna get a nice creamy puree to put on the bottom of the dish. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take our hot saute pan, just with a touch of the oil, and we're gonna add the red onion. So we want to make sure we give some color on the red onion. So we go back on the sauté pan at high heat. And we're going to start cooking the red onion. The red onion is the only thing I'm going to be seasoning. So I'm going to put a little bit of pepper and just a touch of salt. I'm going to go easy on the salt because remember that we talk about the pancetta, it's already salty. Meanwhile, we're going to just flip over the fish that we have in here. You see it's already getting color, and we flipped it over. So we're already getting the nice light brown color on the onion. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add the cauliflower. We're gonna add some of the fava beans in there. We're also going to start adding the pancetta. If you don't want pancetta, you don't have to use pancetta. I just like to get a little salty in the dish. So you see how everything's coming together really nice. Back on the heat, and the last thing ingredient you're going to add is the watercress right at the end. You don't want to overcook the watercress. So everything is combined together for our sauce on the fish. We're gonna saute a little bit. we're gonna turn it off. Meanwhile, we're just gonna wait a little bit of time for the fish. Okay, it's been a couple minutes, so now we're gonna check on the fish. See how we got a nice color on the fish, and it's ready. So now the next step, we're gonna start plating our dish. The cauliflower puree. The cauliflower puree that we have here, it was already made, so it's nice and warm. If it's not warm, you can sauté in a pan. Pretty much, we're gonna put a little bit of the cauliflower puree on the bottom of the dish. We're gonna take some of the vegetables. This is a very simple dish, and it's a great dish to impress your guests at the house. Okay. And then just make sure you don't want to break your fish, so you can get a spatula. You're going to put your fish right on top of it. And we're going to put a little bit, just of olive oil. And there you have it. You have your roasted Alaskan halibut with the cauliflower puree, sauté watercress, fava bean, red onion, and pancetta, and olive oil.